So I think I have the miracle cure for my pilot screw issue. I got a hold of a really nice bit and I ground out basically all the brass that I thought was in there that I remember every time I show this right here it doesn't quite look right. That was kind of along the edge that I thought was going to make it go crooked. And I have my 6mm by 0.5mm pitch tap. We're gonna go for it. I already put WD-40 in there, by the way. So, just gonna send it so that it grabs, goes in straight. I heard you're not supposed to like force these things because it will just start to make its own. Maybe I should push a little bit. Trying to go in straight. I'm hitting stuff at the bottom. I think that's in far enough. Yep. All the shit out of there. Took out a lot of aluminum. That makes me worry. But definitely put threads all the way in there. Definitely did. And it threaded it all the way down to the bottom. Which I don't think it was like that before. There's a lot of shit in the bottom now. So I'm gonna clean it out and we're gonna see if I can put the jet back in it, or the pilot jet. So there was one little bugger still in there and I thought it was a spring, but these are actually the threads that were still in it that got pushed out. They got pushed down, turned in when I put the tap in there. And so that's good. I got it out and I cleared up the whole area. I just ground a little bit deep and I started to hit the seat, but I'm thinking that the O-ring is probably still going to push on that because it's a spring and everything. You know, it's still flat down there. I hope it still works. It'll probably still work. I mean, I've heard that they've gotten fucked up before, but I don't know. I got a weird feeling that that would be a shitty excuse for it not to work. I'm gonna take these off and clean it. Make sure I get all the shit that I just made ground up around this thing fucking hosed off. If you blow up through here, you can see shit shooting up through it. That's pretty much what I did for like everything everywhere. Should all be great. And let's see if a jet fits in there. Might as well. I don't think it's gonna get any cleaner than that. Yeah, I got a lot of these extra jets, so jets. Not too worried about using them up or losing them or whatever. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find a new O-ring too. No, I got one. Got these cute little blue ones. They're a little bit oversized, like fatter, but they're the exact same dimension that you want to go in it. And they stay onto the, the end of the needle really good. So that one's a little fucked up. That one's pretty much okay. Is that the best one I got? Here's the best one I got. Now that's stock. This is aftermarket. They both still work somehow, even though the needle's like narrower. I figured I wanted to put in a narrower one in here, just because of how buggered up the area is. And a washer. I like to put the flat side up so it grabs the spring. And that there. See? I think something like that ought to work. Yep. Threads don't work. That sucks. Let's just make sure it wasn't the fluke. Let's see. It goes into there, okay. Right? Yeah, it goes right down. Goes right back up. And this one here just falls down and, well, there, now it's seated. Huh. What the fuck? Yeah, it went in. Alright, so that O-ring was too fucking big. God damn it. That's crazy. I thought I was a little crazy. That's the one it should be. I'll put the shorter one on it. Let's see what it does. Might have to put, I don't know, an old O-ring on it. Don't know how to do that. This a little bit of grease on it, just so it slides in there. So it goes in, and oh, okay, all right. Yep, there's the needle sticking out just like that. So I can go 1, 2, 1 and a quarter turns out. That should be how it's set. Should be. Okay. So I guess I'm good. That was a fluke. I don't understand. Must have been the difference between the, I don't know, the springs. Shit, it's weird. Okay. I'm not gonna put a fucked up one in there. This one doesn't look too bad. That might be the one that I have to reuse. Unless I've got some more aftermarket ones I can throw in there. Oh yeah, here's my other ones. Yeah, 2 aftermarkets and a whatever. Okay. I'm gonna take this apart. It's super easy. You just undo these. Yeah. And what you need to be careful for is, you see this little hole right there, and there's a little hole right there. There is a very small spring, smaller than these ones, and a little ball that kind of allows it to fit into like a ridge that's notched into these, kind of like how this set screw right here goes into a ridge. When you undo this set screw, all it does is it just holds the end of the plunger in that spot right there. You take those three out and this fourth one, remove this circlip, and then this fucking whole thing right here just pops right off, and this rod will slide right out. It's when you pull out the rod that you need to be careful that you don't lose those little balls and springs that are right in there. And after you clean this and you know, lube up those little stoppers that it's got in there, then then it'll move a lot nicer, because right now it's pretty stiff. I mean, it moves, but it's supposed to go like 1, 2, 1, 2. It's supposed to be kind of nice like that. And you see how it opens up the holes right in here. So there's all the way closed. Oh, I'm moving it now. It's not moving that one. This one's disconnected. So 1, fully open. Usually there's like 3 positions. 1, 2, and then like closed. Even though there's only 2 notches, but yeah. So, you know, you can figure out how to clean them. You get some of the jet holes. That's just in case you're being super thorough, but the air compressor is literally the best way to do it. Other than that, it's just, you know, soak them as best you can. Get out some nice wire brushes. These are airbrush cleaning brushes, so you can use those to get in the little orifices. And I think the only other jets I didn't take out were these ones, but they're obviously not going to be clogged because they're friggin' huge. It's like they're 105s or something like that. I'm not really worried about that at all. I took them out last time, they were perfect. I think that's for extra air or gas or something like that to get in the choke circuit or something. Right, so I'll continue cleaning them and you know, send them off. So yeah, I figure I might as well show it. I removed the circlip on the end and the little thing. After you just pull this off, it just slides it right off. And I lubed it up, and I got it facing face down so the ball and the springs don't fall out. And we can just keep on rolling. Just get it on out of there. The ball might fall out of this end, so I'm watching it to see if it goes flying out. Yeah, shit. It's not hung up on anything, is it? Nope. There we go. So there's one little actuator thing. You see that right there moves pretty nice. It wants to go back in. Must have a spring in it that closes it. That's kind of nice. I don't remember the other ones that I had moving so well. That little ball. I guess there's not a spring in it, it's just a ball. I thought it had a spring too. Son of a bitch. I don't think it went anywhere. I didn't see it go anywhere. I guess this one doesn't have a spring. Maybe it was just a ball. But somehow I thought it had a spring on it too. Anyways, keep going. Make sure these don't get pinched at an angle. Come on. There we go. So this thing is just dirty as hell, and that's basically what's getting it hung up. And that one ball at this end is missing because it did not come out. So that's shit. There's a little ball missing on this side. I'll get it really close to see. You see in there? There's a little ball. There's supposed to be one in there too. I'm kind of pissed about that. Oh, the spring is underneath it. Yep, okay. So there is a spring in there, but there's no fucking ball. I might have something sitting around that can act like a tiny little ball, but you see it gets caught on these things, or these ones, these three right here. See, there's 3 notches, yeah, so it's supposed to have 3 notches that it stays on. And if anything, I think that this one's more important than that one. So if I can't find another ball, I'm going to take the ball out of this one and put it into there, because that's the more important one. Some idiot must have taken this thing apart at some point and lost the fucking ball, which is ridiculous, because I never thought anybody would ever take this fucking shit apart. God damn it. Whatever.